Hey everybody, it's Roland, or as some of you know me, King Shinji, here to talk about some more vinyl stuff. Uh, to be honest, I don't really have any script or anything kind of planned going into this. This is just kind of impromptu for fun. Hey, why not? Let's do it. Today I'm going to be talking about a couple bootleg vinyls in my collection, four that I own actually. We're going to kind of go through them, take a look at them. I don't really feel like they warrant their whole own video. Just primarily because, well, A, they're bootlegs, and B, I just feel like I'm not as qualified on some of these to do a full-length discussion video on. Sometimes I don't have a full-on, analytical breakdown of everything. I just enjoy the sound of the music, and I feel like that goes the same for a lot of other people too. So let's just take a look at some cool bootlegs today that I've acquired. Some of these I've gotten online, and some of these I've gotten from my local store. And let's go ahead and start off with a big one. We have Kanye West, Graduation. This is probably a pretty popular bootleg a lot of people know about if you're into the hip-hop vinyl scene. Graduation by Kanye West is a fantastic album. It is probably my favorite album of his. I listened to this non-stop when I used to work at a Dairy Queen several years back. This was just on repeat, so I love this album. It reminds me of that kind of point in my life. It's just also just really great. But this has never received a proper vinyl treatment officially. So everything you see that's currently, as of the recording of this video, any Graduation vinyls that you see are bootlegs. So we're gonna go take a look at this one. I actually got this one from my local record store, Sweet Melissa's. Shout out to them. They were selling it for $65, which sounds really steep for a vinyl, I know. But I love this record and I thought it was worth it. And with these bootlegs, they come and go, so you really never know when they're going to be in and when they're not. Because they're all imported from European pressing plants. So let's go take a look here. They were in paper sleeves, but I went ahead and removed them and put them in proper MoFi sleeves. But we're going to take a look here. So we have it in a kind of purple look. And now that I'm seeing it under like good light, there's a little bit of red at the little top here too. I don't know if you can see that. If I can shine that in the light. But yeah, they're in like this kind of solid purple. You'll actually see there's a ton of different variations of this. Some are in like a pink, some are in more of a translucent. These are kind of in a dark purple look. But what's kind of cool about this, I'll go and flip it over to the other side, kind of get them back in there. It doesn't fit too great. But this is the Deluxe Edition. So of course it has all the songs that you're probably used to, from Good Morning, Stronger, Champion, Dad a Big Brother. But then we have some bonus tracks. So we have the iTunes bonus track, Good Night. We have two different Stronger remixes from the UK. We have the Japan bonus track, Bittersweet Poetry, and then the US bonus track, Can't Tell Me Nothing, featuring Young Jeezy. So there we have it. That is the Kanye West Graduation Deluxe Edition bootleg. So let's go and move on from that. This one, I'm a little bit ashamed of. When I first started collecting vinyls, I didn't really know what bootlegs were, or that they were even a thing. I just assumed every vinyl you bought was the real deal, and that was it. But I was wrong. So this one I also got from a local record shop. This is My Bloody Valentine, Loveless. Another one of my favorite records, a seminal shoegaze release. But this one is a bootleg. It's not the real deal. Now, I bought it at like a steal of like, what, $25 or something like that, which I thought, for Loveless, which was something that I saw online was very hard to get until the recent represses. And I immediately, of course, bought it because I thought it was the real deal. And this comes in a very clean, it looks pretty good, honestly. It comes in transparent. You've got the kind of blue labeling there. It looks legit. It looks like you got everything in order. It even has like the little, I don't even know what you call these, but it's got the little codes along in the center, etched in. But yeah, I thought this was the real deal. It looked really good. It sounds really good. But nope, it is indeed a bootleg. It is unfortunately not the actual real deal. So, kind of kicking myself for, thinking I had, the actual Loveless. but of course it wasn't. But I'm okay with that. It sounds great, it looks great, so it is what it is. I do feel a little bit bad because obviously I don't want to try to get a bootleg for something that has an official pressing, but yeah, it's okay. I didn't know any better. But moving on from there, we are going over to Kevin Abstract, American Boyfriend, A Suburban Love Story. So this one is also another one of those amazing looking bootlegs. Honestly, I would have thought this was an official release, to be honest, because of how well it's done, from the packaging to the inner sleeve the record is kept in. I mean, everything just looks like it is the real deal. But let's go ahead and get into this. This is another one of those great looking ones. It's on a solid red. It feels solid, it doesn't feel light. I don't think it's 180 grams, but it definitely does feel well made. And I have played it, sounds great, no surface noise or anything like that. So super great to have that. I'm a big Brockhampton fan, and as such, I also really enjoy Kevin Abstract's solo stuff. So I was really happy to get this on vinyl as well. I got this from RolandRex.com. I'll drop a link in the description in case you want to check that out. They do also have a lot of great official releases. Now moving on to our fourth and final vinyl, we're going to be taking a look at Chuck Person's Echo Jams Volume 1. Now this is a great vaporwave release. This is what some consider to be the first proper vaporwave album. Chuck Persons, which is the alias for Daniel Lopatin, kind of considered the founding father of vaporwave. What's interesting is this album was only released on cassette tape. Never got a proper vinyl release, probably for a reason, being that nearly every single song on here samples some pretty popular stuff, all the way from, you know, Michael and Jeanette Jackson. You've got some Toto, Tears for Fears, stuff that would probably never get cleared normally, especially considering Daniel Lopatin, now, you know, who now goes under One O Tricks Point Never, is a pretty, you know, popular musician, and I don't see him getting away with getting a release of this vinyl. So this is a bootleg, also put out by Roland Rex. This one I don't feel bad about because it will never and has never gotten a proper release, and this is a really great. Personally, I love listening to this record. I think it sounds great. I think it's really interesting. So really glad to have it on vinyl. Let's go ahead and take a look at it. Once again, the packaging's pretty awesome on here. I love the art that he did, Daniel Lopatin originally did for this. It just looks fantastic, and they really, you know, hit the mark when doing the vinyl packaging on here. But it does come with a little pamphlet here. Just goes, you know, a little bit of background information about both Daniel Lopatin and vaporwave scene and how this kind of, you know, kickstarted it. So you got a little bit of information here, which is really cool. You know, this is something that's totally not necessary, but they, you know, did it anyway, and it really just adds to the whole kind of vinyl experience of having kind of that physical media. So let's go and take a look at the actual record here. I'll go and show it off. I love how this one looks. It is in a just very brilliant blue color, very solid blue. Just looks great in my opinion. It just looks so like the album cover, and like how the album sounds. So really happy to have that in my collection. But there you have it. There is my bootleg collection. If I run into anything else, I'll be sure to update you guys and show it off on here for any other interesting or odd records. As of the recording of this video, it is Friday the 11th of June, so that means tomorrow is June 12th, which is Record Store Day. So I'm certain I'm going to have some stuff that I'm going to pick up tomorrow, and I'm sure I'm going to have another follow-up video kind of showing off some of the stuff that I get from Record Store Day. So looking forward to that, and I hope you guys are too. But by the time this video goes up, it'll probably, Record Store Day will have passed, but it's whatever. But I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day. Thanks for checking this out, and as always, I'll see you next time. Bye.